Parasitic plants. A parasite is a heterotroph that completely depends on other organisms for its food. The organism to which the parasite latches onto is called the host. The host in the process is deprived of all the nutrients for its own growth as they are consumed by the parasite. For example, Cuscuta amarbale is a non-green plant that takes ready-made food from the plant on which it is growing. Saprophytic plants, organisms which rely on dead and decaying matter for their food, are called saprotrophs. This mode of nutrition is called saprotrophic nutrition. For example, fungi. Fungi secrete digestive juices on the dead and decaying matter and convert it into a solution. Then they absorb the nutrients from it. Insectivorous plants. Plants that feed on insects are called insectivorous plants. These plants are green and carry out photosynthesis, but they grow in nitrogen deficient soils. So in order to get nitrogen, they feed on insects. These insectivorous plants have their parts modified for attracting and catching insects. For example, the pitcher plant, Venus flytrap, etc. Symbiotic plants. Organisms that live together and share their shelter and nutrients are said to be in a symbiotic relationship. Certain fungi live in the roots of the trees. The tree provides nutrient to the fungus and in return receives help from it to take up water and nutrients from the soil. This association works well for both the fungi and the tree. Another most common example is of rhizobium bacteria. They reside in the root nodules of leguminous plants. The bacteria provide a plant with nitrogen that they fix and in return they get shelter and food from the plant. Rhizobium. Rhizobium is a type of bacteria that convert atmospheric nitrogen into a soluble form that can be utilized by the plants. It usually resides in the roots of leguminous plants like peas, gram, moong, etc. and is instrumental in providing these plants with a rich source of nitrogen. Nitrogen fixation. Nitrogen is an important nutrient required for soil and for plants. However, nitrogen in the atmosphere is not easily accessible. The process by which nitrogen is converted into a form that can be used by plants and other living organisms is called nitrogen fixation. Nutrients being replenished in soil. Plants absorb mineral nutrients from the soil in order to make their own food and for other important processes. Soils need to be enriched with nutrients such as nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, etc. regularly. Only then can we grow plants and keep them healthy. There are 17 most important nutrients for plants. 6 are called macronutrients and rest are called micronutrients. Macronutrients are required in large quantities like micronutrients are required in very small quantities.